Hey Xbox fans, it's your old pal Blaze. We had a little bit of a scare of the weekend. Basically, a tweet went out on the social medias, basically saying we got credible rumors that a next-gen Xbox console might not happen at all from Sneaker So. Apparently a famed leaker. Microsoft's reportedly planning to axe consoles and go full third-party, with xCloud being the only platform for Xbox. I expected this would happen, but not this soon. Xbox might be over. And this tweet garnered like 1.1 million views. PlayStation will follow. There's literally no reason why you should buy a console nowadays when they're nearly as expensive as a PC. I still think we'll see Xbox branded hardware from them. Why is Microsoft allowing this? We're going to get into it. Microsoft has actually responded. It's good news. So please like, subscribe, click the bell icon if you can. For your support means a lot. Hit the like, hit the subscribe if you love gaming news and you're excited for this year's games. Your support means a lot and it would help us get to 100k. I can't believe I've spent a decade on this channel on YouTube. And fingers crossed, we'll be here for a decade longer. So yeah, when I saw this tweet, I was like, oh my god, it's one bad thing after another with Xbox. I mean, firstly, they doubled the price of Xbox Game Pass just recently. They've had two price increases, two price hikes for their Xbox hardware in the past couple of months, past 6 months, sorry. And their consoles and their store items and their games are getting removed from stores. We saw Costco, we saw Sam's Club take their stuff off the shelves. It's been a really rough past 6 months. Phil Spencer must be real and talking to the devil. There he is. I mean, if you just want to know how bad it is for Xbox, here's an Xbox section in someone's local Walmart. It's literally they've just relegated the Xbox games down to the bottom shelf, and they're just putting Switch 2 games in the Xbox section. That is how bad it's got for Xbox. Nobody's buying Xbox. Nobody's buying games for Xbox. Well, at least that's what they like you to believe. And yeah, Xbox just isn't doing too hot right now. Obviously, they never put out a competitor to the PS5 Pro, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Apparently, they were doubling down on hardware in their next gen console. Well, I've got good news for you. They responded to the weekend drama about them potentially not doing new Xbox consoles or hardware, and here's their response. So Microsoft has reassured gamers Xbox hardware plans remain strong amid latest rumors. Xbox isn't going all cloud. Next gen consoles are still coming, and rumors of Xbox's console demise have been greatly exaggerated. So basically, October 5th, Microsoft has provided the following statement echoing our previous report. We are actively investing in our future first-party consoles and devices designed, engineered, and built by Xbox. For more details, the community can revisit our agreement announcement with AMD. And if you don't know, basically, they announced a multi-year partnership for first-play Xbox hardware. And here's what that really means. Obviously, Sarah Bond, there she is there. I think she's going to be taking over the reins from Phil Spencer. Basically went up on stage and said, hey, Xbox and AMD are going to be working together on hardware for a multi-year partnership to basically make Xbox and Xbox hardware in the future just that much better, right? And I believe PlayStation are doing the same thing with AMD. So, I mean, whether it's Xbox, whether it's PlayStation, they're all getting together to work on AMD's next platform for gaming. And AMD is just now the company of choice for gaming, basically, because NVIDIA is so wrapped up in AI, its AI efforts and data centers and AI chips. Gaming's kind of taking a back seat for NVIDIA, and we're going to see AMD just climb the ranks in terms of just providing the best graphics and the best power, especially for portable handhelds and consoles too going forward. I'm glad they came out and responded to this rumor, because this was a little bit disheartening. And if you're an Xbox fan, or you have been an Xbox fan for as long as I have, then I mean, it sucked hearing that at the weekend that they might be dropping out the hardware business. Sony needs competition. Sony needs to be held accountable by other companies, and I think Xbox is in prime position to do that, right? Xbox remains committed to console development, contradicting claims stemming from recent price hikes and growing disconnect with its community. But how can we know that will be true next quarter? Let's put aside for the minute that the fact that Xbox Game Pass remains a primary driver of revenue and it's most prolific of Xbox console hardware, and that's where the bulk of the users are right now. Let's put aside the fact that Xbox cloud gaming is restricted by location and is expensive to run. Combine that with the fact that with the same silicon, you can give people their own cloud natively in their house, get them to use their own electricity to power power it, you know, like a console. It doesn't make a lot of sense on paper, but regardless, that's where we're at. All of these rumors emerged in the wake of Microsoft's barely explicable 50% price rise in Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and the weird tone-deaf way in which they tried to present it as a good thing, throwing in Fortnite crew and stuff people didn't really ask for. The fact that the latest hardware exit rumors continue to seem plausible is a real problem. Despite the source of the rumors, it showcases to me a very deep disconnect between Microsoft and how its audience and the community at large views gaming in general. MBG over here in X basically said, I do agree that if Microsoft decided to exit the console hardware space, the lack of competition could potentially be bad for PlayStation. However, I think a strong argument could be made that Xbox hasn't been considered competition to PlayStation for some time now. And here's an interesting response to Microsoft's response from Mr. Xbox 360. Love the Xbox 360, so many fond memories there. People seem to forget that Microsoft has enough FU money that it could make $0 for the next 8 years plus and still be more profitable than Sony and Nintendo combined. Mutant X says, it's so easy to believe because you guys are idiots. Nothing to do with Xbox. Y'all took some guy in a forums post and ran with it. And also the idiot Tim Dog who then deleted his post later on. But it's Microsoft's fault? Jez, oh, here's an interesting post. Jez also said that Microsoft was not porting its first-party games to PlayStation. The problem with Xbox is what they plan today changes daily. You cannot trust what they say because they're constantly changing what they're doing. Nothing they say holds any weight. Very true. Same clown. Jez, this is, oh, here we go again. This was in 2023. Jez Gordon. No, Xbox isn't porting its console exclusives to PlayStation. It's just hard opium from fanboys. Jess. The real problem is the complete destruction of confidence in the Xbox brand to the point where nobody cares about any so-called next-gen hardware. Either way, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would you be a little bit disheartened and a little bit bummed if Xbox did just buy out the hardware market and said, hey guys, we're not going to release a new next-gen console. We can see you guys just hate us. We've done, you know, we've raised our prices by 50%. We've raised the prices of our hardware, 5-year-old hardware at that. And yeah, we could see you guys never quite liked the price increases, so you know what, screw you, we're going to just not make any next-gen console. PlayStation, run away with it, and we're going to just sell our games on PlayStation. How would you feel if they did that, if that was a massive FU to the community? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, guys, as always, I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching this video. Consider liking and subscribing if you're a big fan of gaming and if you're a fan of Xbox and PlayStation and you're excited for this year of games. And Grand Theft Auto coming out early next year. Can't wait. Battlefield 6 in a couple of days. It's a good time to be a gamer. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Thank God Xbox isn't leaving because I've got a soft place in my heart for Xbox. Always have, always will. Peace.
Let's go.